There's some in there.
Yeah, we'll skip it.
There's a handful.
Well,
brother, what do you want to talk about?
I know what you want
Psych,
to talk about.
I know I'm talking about fucking NASCAR. I don't give a fuck what you want to talk about.
No, I was going to say, I know what you want to talk about, which I'm totally down. I had a blast watching that race, for sure.
Until the next pit stop pick 'em, I want you to start calling me champ.
All right, champ.
Until the next one.
All right.
Normally I would be like, no, fuck that. But what did I call my shot? My pick 'em was the very last driver.
Yes, the
Ross
40th
Chastain.
out of 40th in the field.
He climbs from the very bottom.
And what a fucking race it was.
And it took him all race. Like,
for sure.
You were watching him just kind of pick up a car here and there. Mm-hmm. Lose one, but then gain a couple back. I think by like halfway through, he was at like 17th.
Yeah, something
so
like that.
So he was sitting good, and then the last like 50 laps, all of a sudden he was in like...
He's in third or fourth.
Yeah,
I think.
Third. Like he was kind of in that
Hamlin,
third to fifth, sixth area.
Byron was running away with it. Hamlin ran him down.
Byron was running a good fucking race.
Absolutely. And then Hamlin caught up to him briefly, led him, and then they pit. Everyone pit at the end, I think, and that's when he lost him.
Well, yeah.
Hamlin. No, he basically they had the fuel issue where they.
Yeah, because on the last
spilled
pit,
fuel.
Because everybody pit. It was like lap 40-ish.
Left.
Yeah, with
in
like
the stage.
Of like the final stage.
Something like
I think it was like around 40. They all pit, and on that pit, there was just something wrong with Denny Hamlin's like fuel intake.
Yeah, I don't know.
He spilled a bunch on the ground, so they speculate he probably only had like a 3/4 tank.
Yeah, he didn't. And you saw it was a big spill.
Yeah, it was a big spill.
They didn't get any in the tank.
Yeah,
I don't think. They're very little.
So yeah, he ran all the way until like 15. He had to drop out.
I think so, and he had to run back and pit.
He had to get more fuel, but at that point your race is over.
Yeah, yep.
And that's when Chastain jumped up to second. And
ran him down for like 20, 30 laps.
Yeah.
It was impressive as hell because it was inevitable. He was inevitable.
Just kept keeping up with him.
Yeah.
Picking up, 100th of a second here every time.
Yeah.
And then it was one mistake. Byron made one mistake is like around like 12 or like lap 10.
Who blocked him?
Logano.
Yeah,
well, Logano dropped down for Byron. Yeah. But Byron also dropped down just a fuzz. Like he didn't go all the way down, but he wasn't up on the wall. Like you'd see him go up on the wall and then use the momentum coming down. Yeah. And like Chastain was just like on his ass every time. He thought Logano was going to stay up. Logano goes down. Byron goes halfway down, and Chastain stays up. And that was just 2 laps after that.
Yeah.
He ends up passing him. And then, for what I think at that point there had to be like 5 laps left.
I think so.
6 laps left.
I think he passed him with like 3 left. 3 to go.
Okay, 3 or 4.
I think he led for 2 laps at the end there.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And it was just all he needed.
Oh,
and then
great.
William Byron almost like there was a moment where he kind of got like halfway up the car.
He got about to his quarter panel. Chastain.
But Chastain just held off
because I think Byron
he waited like
he waited.
He was 40th lap pit
because they pitted in thirds pretty much, and he pitted last.
Yeah, and he waited. He waited like another 2 or 3 laps after they had pitted to go in. Which I was texting you. I was like, "What is he doing?"
I think Byron went with the first group of pits, first or second for sure.
Yep, same with Denny Hamlin.
But and then so fresher tires prevails in the end.
A little bit more gas, fresher tires. He was really able to womp on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was texting you like when he didn't pit. It was like, what is he doing? Oh, this better be. He has to have a quick pit. Well, he had to, and he had a lightning pit.
Yeah, it also made me realize how fast Denny Hamlin's pit crew is. Like they're running close to 9-second pits.
Yeah.
9.2s, 9.5s.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah, like they're zooming.
They are the fastest pit crew in the pits, basically, that I've seen. I mean, when they're in the race. So.
Yeah, it's like they always like whenever the races we watch, they always seem to like show us a replay of a Denny Hamlin pit.
Yeah, they're really good at what they do. Which if he had the fuel, he probably wins that race. Honestly, he probably wins it.
Yeah, because he was running the fastest laps.
Yeah, and he's had a good season. He got that point for fastest lap, I believe. Yeah, they give you a point for that.
What did you think of Amazon's coverage? I loved it. Yeah, it was great.
I loved it. It was refreshing.
I loved Dale Jr. on the call.
It was refreshing. They had good visuals for sure. The tree didn't seem as busy. I don't know, like the tree of out of order. Like
yeah,
I don't know. Fox just seems a little stale. It was something refreshing, so I liked it a lot. Like if they're gonna do that, it's easy. It's easy for me to get Amazon.
And it's like I feel like Fox uses like
I'll
the
do
same
that anytime.
Like graphics for NASCAR as they do like college football.
Yeah, they do.
Like when they show up like profiles of the drivers, it's kind of almost like that sketch.
Yeah, and the NFL, they do the same thing. NFL.
Yeah.
I think
that it's just like like you say, it feels stale with a lot of this stuff. Like
well,
come on, you guys are a $1 billion company and you guys can't switch up the graphic style a little bit from event to event.
Yeah,
like I get every college football game having the same graphic, but then it's just like NFL do a different style.
Yeah,
NASCAR do a different style.
Yeah, because it was Dale Jr. and I think Carl Edwards was in the booth as well.
I believe so. And then there was
They had Corey LaJoy.
Corey LaJoy was up there too.
One of the vets on the. I don't know why he wasn't racing. I wonder why.
Has he been racing this year,
or did we only see him last year? Yeah, has he? He's ran a few races. He must just be part-time, I guess. I don't know. One hat in the announcing, in the color commentary bin, but yeah.
Kyle Larson.
I don't know. I would have loved it.
Failed to do his what they call 1,100 miles or 100.
I think it's laps. Like around there, yeah.
Because it's 500 for Indy or 1,100 miles. Because it's 500 miles for Indy, 600 miles for the Coca-Cola 600. Mm-hmm. And he tried to do both and crashed out in both.
Yeah.
I was watching the Indy until he crashed.
What I heard was I think the only person to complete all 1,100 in one day is Tony Stewart, and he did it twice back in like the 2000s.
Oh, really?
I think that's what I heard. I could be wrong on that.
I believe that.
So, but I know that anyone
who's killed a man on a track
post NASCAR career, lopped that dude's head off pretty much. But yeah, that was rough. But I know they've said whoever's ran the full 1,100 miles, like you said, has never won either race. So it's kind of like a cursed attempt to try to even do both.
Yeah.
Because how do you do 1 foot in one foot in the other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't think, does Kyle Larson regularly run Indy?
I wouldn't think so because
like a thing he can do because he's Kyle Larson.
I don't think so. I mean, he's like in NASCAR too. He's better at some of these road tracks and everything. But I don't know the shape of Indy 500. I don't know what that track runs, but we're not big Indy guys.
No. Strictly stock car.
Strictly American stock cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like that Charlotte race, how it runs.
Dude, it was great.
I like when we said it was a 1.5 mile track, I was thinking like shorter than it was, but they're able to run 180 easily plus. Yeah, into those corners and everything.
They have the momentum. Because they'll come up and
you just don't get the drafting there like you do.
Yeah, because it's like a momentum track.
Yeah,
because the corners I think get so high that you see them go up to the top and then use the downslope down. So it's like I guess they are all drafting, but they're not using the draft for.
Sure, it's more like clean air. Like you just got to find clean air where you can, and kind of you got to maneuver traffic. Yeah, a little bit more than most other races because it was the most spread out. Like, even Chastain running him down.
Yeah, because Logano at the very end was the last person on the lead lap.
Yeah.
And I think, eventually he ended up getting passed, so he ended up going a lap down.
That's what's more impressive to me is, like, to even make up 40th to first, you got to pass everybody. How many cars do you think he passed to even get that? Probably hundreds of cars. And a couple people are laps down. Yeah. It's probably a full 100 cars he probably passed to even make that run, and all the traffic and all the factors you got to avoid on that a track that small was so impressive.
It was an all-time race,
and what a great driver.
It was an all-time race, and I feel like they weren't talking about Chastain at all.
No, because I
was watching most of the race, and you're watching him climb. Yeah. They said somebody else they were talking about. I think Hocevar until he crashed out.
Yeah, he blew his
engine. They were like, oh, he's climbed 20 cars already. Bob, I was like.
He started in the top. Didn't he start in the top 5?
No, he started right in front of Chastain.
Okay.
He started in 39th, and it was just like, yo, Chastain was further back, and he's like keeping like right up with them. Like, why aren't you talking about him? But that's okay. We didn't need him to talk about him.
I think they might be teammates. Are they? Hocevar and Chastain?
I know Chastain's no longer on.
He's Chastain's Trackhouse.
Yeah, this year. Last year he was Michael Jordan's.
Was he?
The 2311, yeah, with Little Danny Suarez and Bubba Wallace.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Dude, Pitbull owns a portion of Trackhouse Racing.
Pitbull does?
Yeah, Dolly.
Of course he does. Mr. Worldwide, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's Ross Chastain, Danny Suarez, and SVG, and then Connor Zilish, who I believe was racing that one too. So yeah, I don't know. We were talking about Hocevar. I forget who he races for. But so no, but they both made him. And Hocevar was running a great race too. As much as nobody likes him. But
he was till he wasn't.
He's racing the Dente.
Yeah, he was riding the Dente.
Yeah, riding that Dente. Yeah, he's Spire Motorsports, but whatever. I don't even know. Interesting. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Honestly. Yeah, that was a great race. I wish we were doing a cave for that one.
Yeah,
because I was jumping as soon as
I was standing up.
Chastain was getting close. I was sitting in bed.
I felt
and I had to go to the edge.
I felt like an alcoholic father. Like my whole family's at the cabin, and I'm just downstairs alone watching NASCAR. Everyone's like, "What the fuck?" But everyone started to get into it after a while, and like there was kind of a crowd.
When they saw you getting excited about it,
there was kind of a crowd watching the final 20 laps.
Yeah,
so, yeah, and just watching. The rundown was sick.
Just watching Chastain just eat away.
I was like,
eat 1/100th of a second.
He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him at some point. Like unless Byron blocks him well enough. But.
Well, I was super nervous about the Chastain pick just because
you didn't. I watched your pick back. You didn't seem nervous at all.
Well,
you were just
because that's all I had.
You were like, I don't like anyone else. I'm going with Chastain.
That's all. Because there's nobody else. Yeah, it's like Chastain is always like.
And he's your guy.
Let's talk about loyalty. Let's talk about loyalty.
He's kind of your guy.
There's two people I pick every time, Logano and Chastain. Yes. Yeah. If I have the option, I think once I strayed. I think I went Denny Hamlin. He crashed out right away. Otherwise, if Logano and Chastain are on the board, I'm grabbing them.
I think you're grabbing Chastain almost every time now.
I don't know.
You have to. You almost have to.
Yeah. But after I was kind of looking, I was like, oh man, I hate that pick. And then it was like, I started getting nervous because he didn't finish qualifying.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, why could that be?
He won that? He won that on the backup car.
Yeah, he won that on the backup car. But what I did read was he was running the fastest lap times in qualifying until he had a tire issue, blew a tire and crashed.
Well, that's smart.
So that was like, as soon as I read that, fast car, I was like, okay, perfect.
Completely different car.
He was running
same time.
But he knew the track. He was running it well.
Yeah. Still rely on that car to be perfectly tweaked.
Yeah, what did he say? They were up till like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, putting it together.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's just quick build up a car here.
Yeah.
Get the backup ready to run. But yeah, all around super impressive. Definitely one of the top 2 pit stop pick'ems, other than first Daytona, Crash
Tona was amazing.
Was one I remember, and then this one I will always remember for sure.
The other one I'll always remember is, I think it was the Nashville race last year.
I think that one's next.
Pocono is next.
Pocono is next. Is that on the schedule or on for pick'em?
On for pick'em. Oh, okay. No, next I think it was Mexico City's next. I think.
What?
At least that was the ad that they. Maybe that's just the next Amazon one. But, no, the other race that I'll remember is that it was Nashville, and Keselowski was running well. Keselowski was running great, and in like the last 40 laps, he was just leading. He was just
Pollock
running great. Brad the Pollock Keselowski, and then all of a sudden, the caution started happening, and some people pit. A lot of people pit.
Oh, I know.
Keselowski did not pit.
Yeah,
and he stayed out there, and he kept going and going, and cautions kept going up. And he stayed out there. He stayed in front. And then the overtime started happening because they kept crashing. They kept wrecking. And the announcers kept going like, he has to be empty on fuel.
Yeah.
He never pit, and at this point, like, they're all amazed that he's still out there running it.
Yeah.
And so they said that, and then like another 2 overtimes happened because they kept crashing, and it kept getting down to like 3 laps.
Yeah.
Someone crashed, they go back up to 7.
Yeah.
And it kept happening, and they kept like, no way he still has gas. But he sticks out there, and he's still like leading.
Those restarts eat gas too. Like
And
once
then
you're up to speed,
oh yeah,
getting up to speed just eats gas. Once you're
and then they just keep doing laps until the track is cleared, and then they started too. And so like, then finally it was just 1 caution too many.
Wasn't that who had him for that race? Was it Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon had him.
Brandon.
And I'm texting him the whole time like, buddy.
But I think they tipped it off. Yeah, because you're right. They did tip it up on the broadcast. They're like, he didn't get fuel there. Like,
yeah.
He's got to be.
So and especially like with the way that track is, with it being more flat, you get less out of a tank.
Yeah.
And so they were going into all of that, and there's just like, there's no, like, just shocked that he stayed out there that long. But then it was just 1 restart too many. Yeah. He had to pit on that last one. And I think Chris Bell ended up winning that one.
I think what happened was they went for another restart, and he hammers it, and then you just see his car fade back. He ran.
He was.
I don't even know if he got back to the pit.
I think he did.
Because they were just hoping to run one more lap and call it.
Yeah, he just needed. Yeah.
And then they restarted it, and he just faded through the group.
Yeah.
The parted the seas. But that was a fun one.
Yeah, that's an all-timer, one that sticks out in my head for me.
Yeah, I remember that
too.
one.
Probably those 3 of them are top 3.
Yeah, because it's always more fun when
honorable mention. What was the one
that happens at the end?
That Byron crashed, and then who was it? Then Courtney ended up winning because of it, or Heidi ended up winning because of it.
I think this was
because Sawyer was going to go back to back. I think it was the second race ever.
That would have been like not a Texas, but
it was the second pit stop pick'em we ever did, I think. I can look it up. I got all the things on my.
It would have been Pennzoil 400, maybe, because it was Kyle Larson that won. Reddick second, Blaney, Chastain. I think that's what it was. Pennzoil 400.
I think it might be. Yeah, maybe. Or yeah, maybe it wasn't Sawyer to win back to back. Maybe it was just Sawyer to win a second time.
I don't know. They're all blending together now. We've done so many of them. What is this? Is this like our 14th one or something like that? 13th, 12th? It's got to be somewhere in there. I think we did
1, 2, 3,
8,
4, 5, 6,
last
7,
year.
8, 9, 10, 11. We did 11 last year.
Okay. We're on our 4th this year.
We've done 16 of them.
Holy shit.
That was our 5th this year because we snuck in Talladega.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah, and then Courtney sent me the aftermath because they were watching. Courtney and Titty, God bless their souls.
Should I splice in that video right here?
Try that again, Steve. See if you can drop down into 3 a little bit deeper.
Oh, come on, get up there.
He almost gets there. Chastain gas is up.
Here they come, back to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Krahn One Bank. We've had 3 last lap passes in the history of the Coke 600. Chastain in front of Byron.
Byron closing the gap even more off of turn 2. He's in the wall. Just trying for everything and running out of racetrack.
God damn it, get going.
For the final time. How about it? From the back to the front. Ross Chastain.
Oh my gosh. You got to put that into a short.
Yeah.
Because they have both. Who is it?
He's like, no.
They had Byron and Hamlin.
Yeah, they had Byron and Hamlin, so they were
like, fuck. All right, this is
we're
great.
winning.
We got 2 dogs in the fucking race. Byron's been leading the whole.
A household's gonna take
race.
something home.
They're finally.
You would think.
They're finally gonna get their win, and then it turns to ashes in the.
Courtney's got to win.
Does she?
I believe so.
The first year was one of the early races.
She got Vegas the second race this year.
Who was the driver?
Josh Berry.
Josh Berry. Nice. Yeah. Well.
God, what a good time. I'm fully bought in now. Like I was bought in before on NASCAR. Now I'm like even more. I'm even more bought
your
in.
Money cherry.
Not even that. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
money
glad
was great.
both us on the panel have now won a pit stop pick. I was wondering if it was ever going to happen to me.
Oh no.
I was like genuinely starting to.
Every dog
wonder
has
if it
its
was gonna
day. I don't know
happen to me.
now. I don't know if the winners column. Winners column certainly is smaller than the losers column, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's spreading
but
around.
we're getting up there. I mean, 16. We've done 16 races now. Technically, I mean, it would be one a person.
You're up. What you're
on
up,
our averages.
You're up $10 on yourself for however many races you've entered.
I
when you put the math on it,
I
now,
would be up.
with your bias.
180.
I mean,
60. I'm down 60. So $20. I'm up $20
You're up
now
$20,
on lifetime pit stop pick'em.
same with me then, because I've only. Well, I don't know what I won. I don't think I won a 180 pot. I don't think I did. So I don't know. Yeah, that was a good pot.
Was
able to fill it out a
was
little
Carl and Christian with you watching the race, or were they somewhere else?
Christian was.
Christian was.
Christian and my sister watched, and then Carl popped in and out. So, yeah, he didn't. He didn't really. He's not a huge NASCAR. He just wanted to.
Just wanted to have some fun.
Yeah, which it's the perfect thing to just throw in there. He knew he got the last pick, so
Yeah.
he got the scraps.
And who did he have? I guess
He had Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon. How did Austin Dillon finish?
He was a top 10, I believe. I think he finished top 10. But yeah.
No, he was not.
He wasn't?
No.
Oh, for sure he was.
He was 20th.
Wrong.
Yeah. AJ Almond Ding Dong Almondinger finished fourth. He was kind of up there.
He ran a good race.
Briscoe was up there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Denny Hamlin ended up climbing back and getting 16th, but
yeah, it was terrible for him. He's having a good year too. He's got a couple wins already. I was pumped when he passed Byron to take the lead. I'm kind of I don't mind Denny Hamlin.
I don't either.
But, I don't know, man. I think
he wins a lot of races.
I think for sure, like Byron just shows you he's in every race, though.
Yeah, no,
every race.
Byron seems to be the best there is right now.
I think so too. I mean, may not be the most experienced, but fastest car almost in every race.
Yeah,
or one of the fastest cars in every race, no matter what happens. Seems to be everything goes right for him until it doesn't.
Yeah,
Just
until
a
just
couple
little
times.
something like that. Just and you know what? I think he led for like 250 some laps.
He won all three stages.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was insane.
and
So
yeah, and just
won
one
3 out of
tiny,
4, not all 3, 3 out of 4.
one tiny little mistake.
Yeah, Logano.
Yeah,
Stupid. That Guido went and blocked him, dude.
yeah.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
What team is Byron on?
He's Penske, I believe.
He's Penske. Oh, so Logano's his partner too.
No, they're not. Hold on. Maybe he's...
Because Logano's Team Penske, right? Or Pennzoil Penske's the same thing, or no?
Maybe I got it wrong. He's Hendrick, yeah, that makes sense. He's Hendrick because he's with Kyle Larson, I believe.
Okay.
It's like him, Larson. They're like one of the best race teams.
Hendrick, then that's
because it's
then Denny
it's
Hamlin,
Kyle
too.
Larson, Chase Elliott, and Byron and Bowman. It's like fucking loaded team.
Yeah.
They got all the money. And then Penske is definitely Logano. I think it's Logano, Cindric.
Priest? No.
See, now I know most of my drivers. Now I just got to learn my teams.
Should I start adding teams to?
Yeah, it's Blaney, Cindric, Logano. There's probably another guy, but
Should I start adding teams to the spreadsheets?
if you want, sure. It's getting busy.
It is starting
The
to
more
get
you
busy,
add,
but-
though, then people can't see on the screen.
True. That is true.
Just need to see the name.
I could always add it later.
Yeah. Or you could just hide it for the stream,
Yeah.
and then once it gets sent out,
Yeah.
that's easy. Well, yeah, big freaking NASCAR weekend.
Yeah, big race weekend. I didn't see how Monaco went. Frankly, I really don't give a shit.
I don't care about F1, dude.
Yeah,
Like you said,
and
I'm all the way
Indy was
bought
pretty
in.
good
I'm all the way bought in on
on
NASCAR.
NASCAR. Yeah, for sure. I don't care to watch a leisure sport for the rich. Fucking, we watched the
leisure sport. Yeah, my yacht.
That's what F1 is. F1 is a
docked
leisure
my
sport for the
yacht
rich.
at Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah. Fucking, those guys don't even get plastered drunk.
No.
Watch the race like NASCAR. Come
They
on.
sip champagne.
Yeah. Caviar and fucking wheat crackers. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Fuck that. This
Fuck
is
that.
a Bush Light.
Yeah, Bush Light and hot dogs.
And high ice and some dogs.
Fucking hot dogs, dude. Get out of here with that. You
Maybe a little cowboy caviar.
You keep your fucking wine and cheese, all right? This is fucking Bush
The
Light
only
hot
cheese
dogs.
we want is on our burgers. And maybe on our dogs if we're getting fancy.
Dude, I'll throw some. And sliced American only.
Yeah.
Sliced American Kraft singles or whatever.
Gouda? Why don't you Gouda fuck out of here?
Exactly. Yeah. You did say though that would be a fun race to go to. Absolutely.
But just watching it, just going and seeing like the light to day transition. Like as soon as the light, like you saw it during the day, and then as soon as the lights started popping up, there's something magical that seemed about it. That just
magical.
It just seems super cool and be like.
Yeah.
Like their night
race
races
would be cool. Yeah.
but seeing the transition from day to night on a race would just be super cool.
Yep.
Have you seen any like memes or anything from about the Coca-Cola 600?
The Coke 600? No.
From
No,
the
I
race?
haven't.
Oh, I've just seen a lot
I
of
forgot
just
it was
like
called the Coke 600.
drunk people puking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're just
no way. At NASCAR? No.
yeah.
Fucking,
I don't know why this one above like all of maybe just because it is
No,
like a
dude.
day to night event, like it's a later one that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Was there like in the stands or just walking?
No, just
around?
like in the field, just like
Just in
there's
the
one of
infield.
there's one of just a kid on his hands and he's just sitting there, also goes, and just like a fountain of just like all liquid comes out, just like a lot of that shit.
I'd like to think I wouldn't be any different there. I'd probably have to do one or two of
There was
those.
some sort of witty caption with it. I can't think of it now. Maybe I sent it to someone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Just a bunch of rogue pukers at NASCAR events for sure. I could imagine.
I didn't. Oh well. Yeah, looked like a good time to be there.
Faux show. Dang. Well, I can't find any puke videos, but
Yeah,
I'll look them
whatever.
up later. Coke 600 puke. Probably pull up some stuff, but
Can I tell you something weird I do?
sure. Yeah, puke.
No. It changed topics.
Yeah.
It's not that weird, but it's kind of weird that I just keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
And this will be, I'm not going to splice in a W ad because it's about to be a W ad too, because they're great. They're honestly
W.
I'm going to support them for life now. Okay, so let me tell you
To
what I
keep
do.
you jacked for the rest.
Anytime I order something that's not like Amazon and it's like a product,
Yep.
if they have like a notes section,
Mm-hmm.
I always ask them to draw me a picture of something.
Just to make sure there's an actual human on the other side. or what?
I don't care. Just see like, hey, maybe they see it and maybe they'll draw me a picture.
Did you
It's always just like random shit
Did you get a
like, every time. So I just placed an order for some W not that long ago,
Yeah.
and I saw that hey they have a notes section. I wrote in there, can you draw me a picture of a dinosaur shooting a basketball? And let me tell you my success rate on this.
about 10%
It has been 0%.
maybe.
Nobody has ever done it.
Wow.
I understand why, because it's such like a small little thing that like I get it, but it is the little things. And for the very first time ever, somebody had done it, and it was Dubby.
Wow.
They had drawn me. Do you want to see it?
Yeah,
Like,
we have to show it. It should be framed. I don't know why it's not. Is it on like a napkin?
No, it's on the packaging.
They threw it on the package.
It is on the packaging.
Oh my gosh.
I can't show it my camera. Did you get a little picture of it?
Looks kind of like a wiener dog, but I get it.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Hey, the thing. That was good.
Shout out. They drew it on the label.
Yeah, they did it. They drew it on the label. Well, it says, you can see it says right there, can you draw me a picture of a dinosaur shooting a basketball?
Well, they did it.
They did it. Yo, dude, I'm actually so stoked they did it. Like I said, I pretty much everything, like fantasy football belts. Like for the belt and all like the replacement parts.
Yeah.
I have to get one a year. Every
you know
time.
Where it comes from? Is it America?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'll say the name because they have been pretty good actually for the most part. UndisputedBelts.com. Every time I ask them to, hey, can you draw me a picture? It's always just something stupid and random like that.
Can you draw me a masturbating elf? Thank you.
No one's ever done it.
Your choice of gender. I don't care.
And so, shout out Dubby. Like honestly, this you guys have me for life. Even if you guys like hate what we do and tell us to stop, like say a promo code, I will still support you because of this.
They won't. They don't watch what we do. Maybe they
honestly, like I think I came like jokingly like kind of came up with like what if we just said the most stupid like random like bad shit in our ads.
like everyone like eventually happens to all podcasts.
Yeah.
At some point.
It's just like take it like
Tim
so
Dillon,
unseriously.
Tim Dillon it.
Yeah, but now after this, it's like no, we
roast
can't.
Your sponsor.
We can't do it.
Man.
No, they're too good. It's the little things like, dude, this showed up today, and I saw this. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
You gotta find out who drew that.
Dude, I'm gonna send him an email and be like, yo, like this is the first time it's ever happened to me. I know it's just like a small little inconsequential thing, but the fact that someone saw it and was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do that.
That's perfect.
Was like, oh hell yeah.
What kind of dinosaur is that? You think?
T-Rex.
Big dinosaur guy.
Probably T-Rex.
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
But yeah, it's awesome, dude. So go to dubby.gg and use promo code Steppington. Yeah, support them because they're awesome. They notice a little shit like that. Tell them to ask them to draw you something.
Yeah.
And let us know what you asked them to draw. See if they sent it.
A rat with control of the nuclear codes.
With a nuclear football.
Yeah. Yeah. Shooting the nuclear football. There you go. Throwing a touchdown to another creature. Nice. Yeah. Shout out to W. Dude, made a guy's day.
Yeah. No, you really. Yeah. Like I said, I've done everything that's not Amazon or food. Like
Amazon's way too impersonal.
Well, yeah, no, that's most of that stuff is like especially the 2-day stuff.
Coming off their.
It's coming off the line, thrown in a bag, and just quickly scan and how you do and keep it moving. Yeah, like, but anything that's like I have to like order online that's not Amazon, Etsy most of the time. Yeah, I'll throw something in there.
Usually that's just someone shipping out of their house.
Yeah, usually, and no one's ever.
Sad.
No one's ever done it for me.
Sad. They don't know how close you were to giving up. And then you saw some hope.
Yep.
Saw a little hope in the world.
Yeah.
This world is turned to shit. And then W came along.
So yeah, I do kind of want to figure out who did this so I can get him to sign it, and then I could frame it.
Ship it back. Hey, can you sign my drawing? They'll be like, there can't be I wonder how many employees they have. Maybe like 20 at the most. I don't know. Who knows?
Or are they California?
Nice.
Oh, that's where it's shipped from, I guess. But
well, yeah, that's probably.
I'm surprised this note was like they put this on the outside. Normally, I feel. Well, I guess it's a.
He know that's where he noticed it. I guess probably before.
Yeah, well, I just like with the belts when I get the parts for all that. Usually there'll be like an invoice inside.
Yeah. On
paper that will usually have all that same info.
They probably just email that to you then, huh?
Yeah.
Invoice. Saving the paper.
Yeah, no, shout out them. They're good shit.
Very nice.
And in fact, actually, that was the new flavor I got. Was it green apple? That's actually pretty good.
Out of 10?
Give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
Yeah. Wow. Maybe 8.8. 8.8 out of 10.
Still good.
Yeah.
Rocking it.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it more than the mystery was the cherry lollipop.
Yeah.
I like it more than that.
I'm not a big cherry person anyway. I don't know. The only thing I drink that's cherry is some nice Code Red.
Ooh,
Gosh, I had a few Code Reds this weekend. Getting wild.
Getting a little wild on them Code Reds.
Yeah. Didn't quite mix up a Horseman, but
No. Not
Code
even
Red.
like a two-headed?
no.
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 What would we call that? Like a headless horseman?
The Headless Horseman would be a Code Red and a regular.
Or would it be a Code Red and a live wire?
Sure. I did have a live wire as well. All the Mountain Dew is still up there from Make-A-Wish.
From the last Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, there's so much Mountain Dew up there. Looks like a Wawa down south. Winn-Dixie.
Like a Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Like a Dave Matthews because of Winn-Dixie.
What does Dave Matthews have to do with that movie?
He's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Along with that one chick, Terabithia.
Yeah. You didn't know he was in it?
No.
He's like a main guy.
I don't know. I had no idea. Dang.
He wakes up in the morning.
Did he write the soundtrack for Because of Winn-Dixie?
Probably.
Dang. Maybe we gotta
I can't
watch.
believe you didn't know that.
Dude, who even knows what that movie is? Probably only me and you.
No.
Because
What about Hoot? You know about that? What do you know about Hoot?
Hoot? Is that about the owl? Hoot? It's coming back to me.
Yeah, it's an owl.
Was it live action? Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, because it's like they're building like some new place.
And then the owl
And
shows up?
this kid just finds like there's an owl living there. So he's trying to save the owl habitat.
Oh my. Is that Josh Hutcherson?
I have no idea. No, I don't think so.
Dude. Hoot. Oh my gosh. I'm more of a Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Mr. Electric. Won't say the rest.
Oh, Luke Wilson was in it. That's right.
Luke Wilson. Hoot.
Brie Larson was in it too. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, that's right. Jimmy Buffett was in it too.
Jimmy. Nice.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Was he the one? He was probably the business
that's
mogul.
kind of like an all-star cast. Actually.
He was probably the business mogul that was trying to get the fucking owl out of there. He's like, I gotta build a Margaritaville.
No, that was
What?
either Tim Blake Nelson or Clark Gregg.
Clark Gregg.
You'd recognize both of them.
I know who Tim Blake Nelson is.